A group of ordinary men is divided into guards and prisoners and locked inside a prison. A young man named Travis has just been fired. He joins a protest to earn at least some money. In the crowd, our protagonist spots an attractive girl. Suddenly, she is knocked down, and a fight breaks out among the protesters. Travis steps in to defend the beauty, but he can't bring himself to hit his opponent. It seems he not only looks like a hippie, but thinks like one too. No violence. Travis gets to know the sweet girl. Her name is Bay, and soon the two of them are having drinks at a bar. Everything seems great, but the girl is about to fly to India, and our hero can't afford such a trip. At home, Travis browses the newspaper and sees a strange ad. Participants needed for some kind of experiment with a huge payment. He decides to go. At the interview, our hero sees a huge crowd of applicants. Among them is a friendly man in a business suit named Barris. We learn that this is a psychological experiment in which 26 volunteers are divided into guards and prisoners. They will be locked in an isolated building, resembling a prison for 2 weeks. In the end, each participant will receive $14,000. All the men are tested and asked to watch short videos, some kind, and others extremely violent. After the interview, Travis goes to see his new girlfriend. Bay tells him that he could never hit anyone because he has such soft knuckles. Travis feels hurt. Bay thinks he's a weakling, and maybe she's right. Travis is among the lucky ones selected to participate in the experiment. They are taken to an abandoned building in the middle of a field and locked inside. A man in a white lab coat calls out a few names. Those men will be the guards, the rest will be the prisoners. Travis is one of them. The volunteers are given printed rules. Prisoners must eat all the food given to them, stay in their cells and not touch the guards. If any rule is broken, a punishment must be chosen. If not, a red light will turn on, and no one will get paid. At first, everything seems harmless enough. The guards spray the prisoners with water, then ask everyone to line up and return to their cells. One of Travis's cellmates is a kind, chubby guy named Benji. Instead of going outside, the prisoners play basketball. One of the men throws the ball at a guard named Bosch, and he falls to the ground. According to the rules, the offender must be punished. He's told to do 10 push-ups. But the prisoner refuses, so the guard orders everyone to do the push-ups instead. The men comply. The wardens are very pleased. They've started to feel their power. The second day begins. Food is handed out to the prisoners, and it looks, to put it mildly, unappetizing. The men grimace, but according to the rules, they're required to eat all the disgusting food. Travis refuses. Another prisoner throws food at the guards and chaos erupts. Plates are flying everywhere. The guards hold a meeting. They need to come up with a new punishment for the troublemakers. Barris suggests humiliating the prisoners. After all, that's far worse than physical violence. That night, the wardens burst into the cells and spray the prisoners with a fire extinguisher. Then they drag Travis out and handcuff him to the bars. Barris goes to the bathroom and realizes, to his own delight, that he felt aroused by what just happened. It seems a true sadist lives inside this loser. Travis spends the whole night chained to the bars. Meanwhile, Benji is getting worse. We find out the chubby guy has diabetes. The third day begins. The prisoners behave quietly. Barris notices that Benji hasn't come out of his cell. He's too weak. Benji asks for insulin or at least a chocolate bar, but the guards refuse to help and drag him out of the cell. Travis stands up for his new friend, and the guards don't like that at all. Barris pulls out a baton, but he's not supposed to do that. It's against the rules. The prisoners are herded back into their cells. The guards are enjoying themselves, drinking, eating well, and planning revenge on the defiant Travis. They want to scare him. Barris orders his helpers to tie Travis up and shave his head, after which they humiliate him together. They even urinate on him. Back in his cell, Travis tries to scrub himself clean in the sink, disgusted. Surprisingly, the experiment still isn't stopped. The guards conclude that they're now allowed to do anything they want to the prisoners. However, one of the wardens feels it's gone too far and threatens to quit the experiment. He seems to be the kindest among them. The fourth day begins. Travis secretly asks Benji for a piece of bread, but the good-natured guy is getting worse. He needs insulin. At night, Bosch approaches Travis's cell. Our hero begs him for help. He offers the guard $2,000 if he brings insulin to Benji. Bosch refuses the money and sneaks into the storage room where the prisoners' belongings are kept. He finds Benji's bag and rummages through it, looking for the medicine. Meanwhile, another guard approaches the cell of a different prisoner. He leads the inmate to an empty hallway without cameras and pulls down his pants. The guard demands the prisoner get on his knees. Fortunately, Barris shows up just in time. The guards are reviewing surveillance footage and notice someone going through the prisoner's belongings. It's Bosch. They stop him and order him to empty his pockets. Inside, they find insulin. Then something very strange happens. Barris brings insulin to Benji's cell, but it's not because his conscience has awakened. He's simply decided to take out all his anger on our hero. Barris shaves his own head, then gets into a heated argument with Travis and orders him to clean the toilet. The prisoner tells him to go to hell, and in response, they dunk his head in the toilet. Again and again. Travis feels so awful and humiliated that he skips lunch. Grabbing his head, he sobs in his cell. But it doesn't end there. Barris decides to punish Bosch. The guards place a plastic bag over his head and beat him. Afterward, the head warden demotes the former guard and throws him in with the prisoners. The 5th day begins. Barris gives a speech about how he's supposedly acting justly. Meanwhile, Travis takes off his shirt. The rest of the prisoners follow his lead. The guards demand the inmates get dressed and stop breaking the rules. Instead, Travis climbs up to one of the surveillance cameras and begs for this monstrous experiment to be stopped. They throw him to the ground and order him to shut up. Benji rushes to help his friend and raises a fist at Barris. Enraged Barris strikes him with a baton, and poor Benji collapses. Travis is locked in a small shaft, and the other prisoners are isolated to keep them from communicating. Things descend into madness. The guards have completely lost it. But not all of them. One warden still urges the others to stop. However, since the red warning light hasn't come on, they assume they're still following the rules. The 6th day begins. Barris watches the surveillance footage and smiles smugly. Travis finds a camera inside the shaft and vows to take revenge on the guards for all the abuse. Meanwhile, one of the wardens assaults a prisoner who's chained to a drain pipe. Last time, Barris stopped the offender. But now, who will save the poor guy? The guard threatens to do the worst and presses the boy against the wall. At that moment, Travis manages to escape. He opens the hatch using a bracelet Bay had given him. He hears the terrified screams of the prisoner being assaulted and rushes to help. Together, they overpower the guard and run off to free the others. Travis sees that Benji is no longer moving. Rage and a desire for revenge boil inside him. The guards realize the prisoners have broken free and move to stop them, but they're outnumbered. The balance of power has shifted. Travis grabs a baton. The guards begin to panic. Barris grabs a sharp object, but the other wardens tell him it won't help him now. It seems he's completely lost his mind from the power, ready to fight an entire crowd. The prisoners break a glass panel, and the guards try to flee. A furious chase begins, but they're all locked inside. The wardens throw themselves at the steel door, hoping to break through, but the enraged inmates catch up. Fists and feet start flying. Travis charges at Barris. He holds him responsible for everything. Suddenly, the red warning light flashes. The experiment is over, but Travis keeps swinging his fists. The iron door rises. They are finally free. The men step outside and look around in confusion. They sit down on the grass, avoiding eye contact with one another. A bus appears on the road. The volunteers are driven back to the city. Each of them is handed an envelope. Inside is $14,000. Barris and Travis exchange somber glances. Soon the news reports that the experiment's organizers will face trial, as they are ultimately responsible for everything that happened inside those prison walls. All the victims are ready to testify. Travis flies to India. He watches the locals and smiles sadly. Bay appears at the pier. She gently embraces her friend. We see his bruised and battered hands. He's no longer a weakling. Would you agree to take part in such an experiment?